All right, we have another example question. It is chapter 21, page 610, and it's the third example down, so the third purple box. And it reads, the patient is admitted to the hospital in labor. She's 40 weeks pregnant. She has had an uneventful pregnancy and vaginally delivers a 7-pound, 2-ounce baby boy. The doctor performs an episiotomy, and the baby is delivered with the use of a vacuum extractor. So the question is, how do you even go about coding that? So let's start with our diagnosis first. And if we can get, okay, there we go. And what was she admitted for? She was ultimately admitted for a delivery, correct? So we're going to put in delivery, and we're going to pick number 4. Now, numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 that are listed there are all things that we don't even, they don't have anything to do with this particular scenario. Number 6, though, says normal spontaneous birth. Now, it's important for you, this is where it's going to be important for you to make sure you read those non-essential modifiers, because what does it say immediately following that? Term, the baby was term. Single live born, the baby was single live born. Cephalic delivery with or without an episiotomy, which means that the baby did come head first. However, what's the next one? It says no mention of manipulation or instrumentation. And vacuum assistance is use of instrumentation and manipulation to assist in delivering a child through vaginal birth. Therefore, whenever you need to use forceps or vacuum or anything like that, manual manipulation, it is considered a complication or a management problem during that delivery process. So we're going to choose number 7. Now, when you look at this next issue, or this next group of choices, it's going to have a lot of diagnoses, but we don't really have a diagnosis as to why they needed to use the vacuum. We just know that they did. So we're going to spell another complication, and all I'm going to spell is vacuum, and it pops right up, vacuum delivery. So I'm going to choose that. Now, we don't know why. We don't know if she was not able to push any longer or if there was some type of a complication there. We don't know if the child was in stress, the fetus was in distress, and they needed to get it out faster than she could do it alone. We don't know. So we're going to say unspecified indication. Now, she delivered on this admit, and the condition began before delivery, or the onset was unknown. So we don't know when it started. So we're going to pick onset unknown. Do we have any other complications there? No. It says that she delivered a healthy baby boy. We've got one child. It was alive. Now, she did have a vaginal birth. Now you'll notice, because it stated in the diagnosis that we've chosen that she had a vacuum-assisted birth, you're only going to get a choice of either I don't want to code it, or it's already coded, or it was a vaginal birth, because we don't use the vacuum assistance with a C-section. So, vaginal. No accompanying procedure, which means it's normal and spontaneous. Well, was that true? No. We had an issue. We don't know that it was a breech because it doesn't tell us that, but it does say we have another accompanying procedure. And if you look at the non-essentials, it says forceps, and that might be a clue to tip you off, again, if you struggle with this, that there was a manipulation there. Because forceps are another way, it's an alternative to the vacuum. So we're going to pick other accompanying procedure, and number 5, vacuum extraction, pops right up. Now, did she have an episiotomy? Yes, she did. So we're going to pick 1. We don't have any other procedures to code. And if we look, there we go. We've got our forceps vacuum extractor delivery without mention of indication of why delivered. We've got the single mother, the mother with the single live born, and we've got